When I bake, I am happy. I am very happy.
After Noor al-Musa and one of her young daughters got shot and her house collapsed in Syria, the family walked to Jordan overnight, where they stayed for 4 years before arriving in the U.S.
Whenever I came, I haven't anybody, any friends, but volunteers, American volunteers, helped me on everything. I made sweet just for family in my country. Now, volunteers help me to sell my sweets in farmers market. I am in Syrian Sweet Exchange program.
The Syrian Sweets Exchange is a series of bake sales that introduces traditional Syrian pastries made by refugees, many of whom arrived in Arizona in recent years. Tanja Kwani, one of the 7 founders of the program, says an estimated 800 people came to the first bake sale at a church, and the sweets sold out fast.
After the overwhelming response of the first Syrian Sweets Exchange, we continue to host more bake sales at churches, synagogues, Arizona State universities, and local bookstores.
The founders and other volunteers who drive the bakers to the sale and interpret for them are people from all walks of life, different faiths, and mostly women. Helping refugees stems from Jaquani's family history. Her father, a major in the South Vietnamese Army, was evacuated at the end of the Vietnamese War in 1975 and took refuge in the U.S. She came with her mother and 3 siblings 10 years later.
When we came, he already had a small house for us, so we did not have to go through the phase of, living up as a refugee, but my dad always told us about the time when he first came. He had a family sponsor who helped him with getting his driver license, getting library card, and helped him get a job.
The Syrian Sweets Exchange is part of a larger group called Refugee Connection Phoenix, whose volunteer members have grown from 60 to 800 over the last year. The group's programs also include Refugee Baby Shower, Syrian Supper Club, and Refugee Reading Program. A volunteer makes a weekly visit to a refugee family to read books. Melika Cooley coordinates the reading program.
We didn't only create this opportunity for children to read with a local volunteer in English and advance their reading and comprehension skills, and we also connected them with local families, and they created friendships and relationships, and that is helping with the transition of these refugee families into our community.
Jaquani says the refugees need a lot of help.
But I think that if each one of us put in a little bit effort, a lot can be done to help them rebuild their life in their new homeland.
For producer June So, I'm Carol Pearson, VOA News, Phoenix, Arizona.